Oh, I just got back from seeing Sucker Punch.
Oh. Yeah, you know, I actually saw that yesterday.
Yeah, they gave me this free promotional poster.
Oh, well, let me take a look at that.
Right here.
I wanted it to end right when it started. There were a few scenes in there that I was like, okay, neat, but 98% of it was pretty bad. I enjoyed the first half of the film, and then I hated the second half of the film. And there was lots of things that I did not like about the film.
Can I ask you this question? If you were to reimagine Black Ninja using this footage, could you make a good movie out of it?
No.
No. Primarily because of everything. I hated Alien Seed almost in every level. Clearly all three of these films are the worst. The worstest ever. The whole movie was boring as fuck. But it was just a pile of shit. It's like, go f yourself.
Yeah.
Stick your movie up your ass. Take your movie and take a dump on it. Thankfully, they no longer shoot these movies on real film, or else we'd have to lament the waste of precious film stock on this piece of garbage. The only precious resource wasted was people's time, energy, effort, money, and reputations. I started playing poker on that phone. I did. I started playing Hold'em on my phone. I really did. I was just sitting there. I was just so bored. It's like that movie, Friends with Benefits. I saw half of that movie. We had to walk out. It was so horribly offensive. To say this movie was a nightmare would be an understatement.
Yes.
While it wasn't the worst film I've ever seen, it was pretty fucking terrible. The Godzilla '98 is just terrible. It's like a cartoon show. Well, the first one we watched was called The Killer Eye, which was just terrible. His films are just terrible. They are just terrible. It's a terrible movie. So I was like, let's be cops, and the trailer was great. Movie, terrible. All three films are terrible. I don't think there is a best of the worst for me.
Okay.
And I'm going with destroy all three. This is just a terrible film. It is not a movie that's so bad it's funny all the time.
No.
It's almost so bad, it's bad. But I would definitely recommend it to filmmakers. To see a disaster happen before their eyes in every aspect of filmmaking, from writing to sound editing to lighting, especially lighting.
We also saw That's My Boy. You all right?
I died inside. I can't remember anything from this other than I hated it.
I don't even know why they bother giving movies titles when they come out this time of year. They should all just be called Fuck You, It's January. That should be on the poster for every movie.
Fuck you, it's January. Fuck you, it's January. Fuck all of you, it's January. Fuck you, it's now February. And one after the other, they're just amazing, amazing train wrecks. But a truly, truly awful film.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Jay.
Yes.
Let's see if Flying Ryan can really fly. It's pretty interesting how we watched a big budget, dumb summer popcorn movie and a small, independent, thought-provoking art house film. And one sucked so bad, it made the other one look great.
Oh my God. Well, this movie sucked, first of all. We'll start with that.
Yeah, that's fair to say. I mean, but other than that, the movie sucked. So let's start our Twilight discussion. It sucked. The movie fucking sucked.
Well,
so hard. It was like watching paint dry.
Here's what I will say.
Except watching paint dry is funner. Well, Jay, I thought this movie sucked. Boyhood sucked so hard. Well, Jay, this movie sucked my balls. Well, okay. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting. It has the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score ever. There was a negative score.
Wow.
So the movie reviewers went to see it and died. As soon as we heard that it was written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, we expected only the worst. And that's what we received. Well, let me just say, I did not like this movie at all. In fact, you could say I hated this movie. I hated it quite a bit. Probably the worst film I've seen this summer. Maybe not the whole year, possibly the whole year. It was loud, it was stupid. Not in a Michael Bay stupid way, but it was just kind of like, it was dumb, it was blunt and obvious and just poorly written and annoying. I couldn't stand the ending. I just wanted to cover my eyes and close my ears. Can I talk about that? Can I just stop you right here?
Go for it.
First of all, this was the worst movie I've ever seen. It was so fucking boring. This was probably the worst thing I've ever seen. Jack and Jill is the worst thing in the world. It may have been the worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh, the new one?
This is actually probably true.
Possibly the worst executed movie in the world. It is possibly the worst film I've ever seen. One in particular may have been the worst movie I have ever seen in my whole life. And I'm sure everyone at this table would agree. While it is the worst movie, possibly the worst movie ever made, on almost every level, it is somewhat watchable and fascinating. These, of course, were some of the worst movies I've ever seen. This one's just fucking awful, and this one is stupid. This movie was fucking retarded. I'm sorry, I hated it.
Would you recommend Paranormal Activity 4? Would you recommend it to people?
As much as I would recommend having diarrhea. If I were to name a movie that was as close to a cinematic nightmare, it would be this. This is where I'll tell you your opinion is wrong. I don't mind, as I said before, I don't mind any genre of movie, as long as it's not stupid and horrible and terrible. This movie was fucking awful in every imaginable way.
Oh.
It's The Amazing Bulk. And this film is a complete disaster and a complete mystery. Let's give it a shot, and I'll see if anything in it makes me laugh. And I wanted to kill myself in the theater. I literally wanted to leave numerous times, but what I really wanted was earplugs. I don't want to give this movie any credit because I want to say I hate this movie. A horrible ending to a horrible movie.